This is where AI and autonomy are now central to how the U.S. Department of Defense is planning to fight wars in the future, and central to how the Chinese military is planning to fight wars in the future. And so it's this multifaceted level of sort of let's say competition and rivalry expanding out globally. Hopefully, this remains a Cold War and something that sort of just bubbles along. But it's certainly possible that there's a hot war. Look, the good and the bad is sort of, I think, fairly obvious, which is America has all of the advantages and disadvantages of a decentralized system. We do capitalism. We X the exceptions, exceptional times. Generally speaking, we do capitalism pretty well. Free markets, startups, entrepreneurship, technological development, free speech in theory. Like we have an open society, at least that's what we're supposed to have. And China has much more of a totalitarian, dictatorial, control system inside their country. They actually have been moving against capitalism over the last 5 years, and so they've actually been quite punitive to their own tech companies, as an example, their own tech founders. And they've driven a lot of their best and brightest actually out of the country. So we have all the advantages of our dynamic system, but they have the advantages of tremendous resources, tremendous control. They can dictate what their companies do. They can dictate what new technologies get developed. They can dictate how those get adopted and used by throughout their society. And then they have this, very explicit strategy to take their technology and their culture and their ideology global. And